Psalms chapter 10, verse 8. Psalms chapter 10, verse 2, as a matter of fact. The wicked and his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous whom Yahweh abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKakwadash. Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And there's no God beside him. Call her law, which is to say, all praises, Wathawada, Yahweh Ba'ashem, to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for allowing me to do another lesson. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for being faithful witnesses to the Holy Spirit, and salutations to the elect whom the Lord hath given ears to hear. I'm the brother Kahan from the GMS New Jersey camp, and today's lesson is going to go into how they are ready to persecute the poor, the needy, the afflicted, right? First and foremost, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. By any means necessary, he wants to lock you down, all right? Physically, mentally, spiritually, in all aspects. And he plans on doing that by getting you, or by getting a chip inside of you. Now, a few days ago, the Apostle Ramlak,
welcome to another.
bear with me. Right. So the Apostle Ramlak did this lesson, as you see, it was 10 days ago, where it says U.S. Department of Commerce to digitize identities of all Americans receiving public benefits. And when you go into who are those most common to receive public benefits, it's those of the lower or poorer class. All right, so as we read on in the works of the wicked, it says his ways are always grievous. All right, which the wicked, according to Malachi 1 and 4, is the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. It says, he hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I should never be in adversity. This is why no matter what, all right, he's chugging along with his plans, which is actually the plans of the Lord. Right? Nevertheless, this is his God complex. Right? His mindset is to rule and to conquer. Remember what John 10 and 10 says. The thief cometh but to kill, to steal, and to destroy. And that's literally what that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, will do to you. Right? It's going to destroy you and sever, all right, your consciousness. All right. It's going to kill you, right, mentally, to where you're not of yourself anymore. And physically, it's actually going to destroy you. It's going to get you destroyed. Does it not tell us in various precepts, Revelation 16, Revelation 14? Well, Revelation 16 is good because it talks about a grievous sword that you will receive if you get that MOTB, the mark of the beast. And then Revelation 14 speaks on how those missiles, all right, it's prepared for you that take that. All right, so it's all bad following this devil. And if you have received nothing from what we tell you, receive that. That there's no good, right, can come. Even the scriptures say, can any good come from him that is occupied in evil, or something to that extent? So it says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. Let me start at verse 7 again. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Right? The tax system, hell, the monetary system that we currently go by, this all fraud. Everything he implements is fraud. It's fraudulent. All right? It's advertised to do one thing, but what it really does is a complete opposite. That's a spirit. You know, the elder brother Tazawar in the camp, he just did a video, or he uploaded this video, the fake aliens. All right? But this devil is a fraud, and everything he does is fraudulent. All right? Now you have various states, you know, suing Pfizer because, right, you know, Pfizer just, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they released a report, and there's various reports now of how, you know, they withheld certain information for the Jabby Jabbo, and they pretty much knew that it was going to cause a lot of mayhem, a lot of death. Right, so this is what you get for following this man. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Let me see what that says in the NLT. Their mouths are full of cursing, lies, and threats. Trouble and evil are out or on the tips of their tongues. They lurk in ambush in the villages, waiting to murder innocent people. They are always searching for helpless victims. All right? And just like the scriptures say, this is a fact. Right? And there was a video the elder brother Manata Zakba did. It's called, this is a good video.
So read this.
MOTB technology, WEF, which stands for World Economic Forum, to erase consciousness and induce compliance. And it comes from this video, as you see, from the People's Voice.tv. WEF to implant prisoners with brain chips to erase consciousness and induce compliance. You know, so again, he's coming after what? The poor, the helpless. Because when you go into it, it's supposed to let me see. Because I know the brother had mentioned how it's actually supposed to reduce their prison sentence. But let's play the video. It might go into it.
Welcome to Cognify, a facility designed to treat criminals like patients. Instead of spending years in an actual prison cell, prisoners could finish their sentence here in just a few minutes. Cognify could someday create and implant artificial memories directly into the prisoner's brain. These complex, vivid, and lifelike memories are created in real time using AI-generated content. Depending on the seriousness of the subject's crime and their sentence, the memories could be tailored to the rehabilitation needs of each subject. The artificial memories implanted by Cognify would be seamlessly incorporated into the existing neural networks of the brain, preventing cognitive dissonance and ensuring the subject experiences the memories as if they were real. The Cognify concept offers a new approach to criminal rehabilitation, transforming how society deals with offenders by focusing on rehabilitation rather than punishment. First, the prisoner is given a choice, either spending tens of years in a prison cell or seeking fast-track rehabilitation through artificial memory implantation. If the prisoner chooses to undergo fast-track rehabilitation, the Cognify device is used. Next, the prisoner undergoes high-resolution brain scanning to create a detailed map of their neural pathways. This brain map helps guide the Cognify device to target specific brain regions responsible for memory, reasoning, and logical thinking, such as the hippocampus, prefrontal cortex, amygdala, parietal lobe, and anterior cingulate cortex. Once the target brain regions are identified, Cognify is then placed around the head of the prisoner. The intensity and the type of artificial memories is then adjusted depending on the crime. Inside the criminal's mind, time would pass differently, slower than in real life, making them experience years' worth of artificial memories in just a few minutes. Synthetic memories are customized depending on the crime committed and the unique brain structure and psychological profile of the individual. Violent offenders could experience memories that are designed to trigger empathy and remorse, seeing their crime from the perspective of their victim, feeling their pain and suffering firsthand. Some memories are designed to trigger consequences and trauma.
This what's going on today. This devil's been telling you that as we always say, this is technology they've been had. They just bringing it on to the people. And case in point, if you brothers ever watch Black Mirror, there's one of the episodes called Black Museum. And so pretty much, without giving too much away, this guy, I guess he's the owner of this museum. And in this museum, he has different artifacts, different, I guess you would say, science experiments that in some way, shape, or form affected a human being. And one of the experiments was pretty much like some type of net that they would have you put over your head. All right. Shalakia. So it would be two nets, one for the doctor and one for the patient. And pretty much whatever the patient was feeling, the doctor could also feel. Right? So this is in essence, technology that they would have brought out in that show. And there was another one, all right, because it made me think of this portion of Black Mirror, which Lord willing I do not get a strike here, but I'm going to play it. Right, so this is a portion of Black Mirror. Well, in that episode, it says, okay, season 4, episode 6. Now, I won't play it because you know how YouTube is. But pretty much, they were able to download a man's consciousness prior to him, crossing over. And lo and behold, what they were able to do with this guy is even pretty much he was always alive because they downloaded his consciousness because I believe he was on like death row, so he's going to get the chair. But they downloaded his consciousness and now he's pretty much stuck alive, so to speak, in his box. And if you pay the right price, it's probably cheap or whatever, but you can pretty much reenact this man's his electrocution all over again. Right? I mean, I like the episode. It's very informative, but again, it shows you quite well what this devil has in store. And the show itself, shows you what they plan to do with that MOTB. All right, how they plan to, how they plan to market it to the people. There was one episode where a lady thought she lost her child, but she ended up finding a child, and then she got the child implanted with a chip, you know? So just I look at that, Salakia. I look at that as far as this devil, again, how this devil's going to market it to the people. You know where your child is? You know, then you have somebody, oh, I lost my child, but then we found him. And it was all thanks to an RFID chip that I put, that I put in her as a baby or some shit like that. You know how this devil works, right? But nevertheless, again, it's all set up to destroy you, right? Let me grab this, and then I'll play more of the video. Isaiah 32 verse 7 in the NLT. The smooth tricks of scoundrels are evil. Damn. I never read that in the NLT. It says they plot crooked schemes. They lie to convict the poor, even when the cause of the poor is just. Right? So let's read some more. Let's watch some more about this devil's smooth schemes. Where were we?
Memories could simulate the long-term consequences of violent actions, such as the grief of the victim's family or the physical and emotional trauma endured by the victim. Artificial memories could cover a wide range of crimes, including domestic violence, hate crimes and discrimination, embezzlement, insider trading, theft and fraud. Cognify emotion regulation system could modulate neurotransmitters, allowing the system to adapt and gathered data and insights. Cognify could feature encrypted storage for sensitive prisoner information and rehabilitation data. A compact and portable design would allow Cognify to be used anywhere in the world. It would be constructed with durable materials to withstand frequent use. Its energy-efficient design would ensure long operational life, reducing the need for frequent recharges. It would have the ability to integrate seamlessly with other prison systems, like security cameras and biometric identification. Once the therapy session is concluded, family members of the subject could be provided with a comprehensive report on the new artificial memories that have been implanted, offering them a chance to adjust to the...
Yo, this is exactly like I said. This is exactly like that, fuck, what's the name of that? Let me see real quick. Let me see. Okay, it was called Archangel. And the mother, she was actually able to look over her daughter's lifestyle. She was able to see what her daughter was seeing. Everything was being recorded now that she had that chip up in her. She saw her daughter, doing some foul shit with a boy, all types of stuff. But again, these shows, they're not just shows, man. They're actually visions into the future, if you will. Which, that shows that these devils are warlocks. Because a Black Mirror is something that warlocks use. But that's another lesson for another story. Another lesson for another time. Lock you. But yeah, check that out, definitely. But let me finish this off.
To the subject's new, positive personality traits. The subject is then released back into society to start a new life away from crimes. The Cognify concept could revolutionize the criminal justice system by significantly reducing the need for long-term incarceration and its associated costs. Traditional prisons require substantial budgets for construction, maintenance, staffing, and prisoner care, including food, health.
And another thing, just to add, Jake is a rebellious people. So they're going to have a hard time trying to tame Jake. And the Jakes that take it, thinking, I'm going to just take this to get out, but I ain't really going to follow that bullshit they talking about. Good luck with that. All right? Because like they say, take, like that Willie Lynch letter goes, take the mind and the body will follow. Right? So this devil's going after your mind. He's going after your central nervous system. You can't go nowhere without that. Let you try to do something outside of, do something outside of the law. Best believe you'll get a zap or something. You're talking about the devil here, man. And the scriptures say, they that consent unto them, because you got to consent unto taking his RFID chip, shall be had in derision and a reproach and trodden underfoot. Right? So it's going to be a painful time for those that sign up for this devil's potion.
Healthcare and rehabilitation programs. By replacing extended prison sentences with brief intensive rehabilitation through artificial memory implantation, the costs of maintaining prison facilities and supporting inmates could be drastically lowered. The funds saved from reduced incarceration and recidivism rates could be reallocated to other critical areas. These might include education, healthcare, infrastructure development, social welfare programs, or research and development initiatives that benefit society as a whole. By rehabilitating offenders more quickly, Cognify could enable them to reintegrate into society sooner and contribute to the workforce. This increased productivity could boost the economy and generate tax revenue, further offset.
All right, that's the idea they push, but we all know, what's really at stake here. What they really want to do, what's the real agenda? Does not the scripture say he seeks to sit in the temple of God? What's today this temple of God would be you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you the poor, the helpless. But hey, it's about to be time to step out on faith. So if that, shalom to the elect.